Hi friends, we're back with another little lesson on strokes. I'm going to learn some new shapes. I've already done my warm-up here, so I did a couple rows of straight lines. I did a couple rows of the U-like shapes that we had in the last video. Remember, always thin on the up and thick on the down. Doesn't matter where you start. And in this one, we're going to add a new shape. Looks kind of like the letter P, very simplified. So it's going to be thin going up, thick coming down, and then just thin back around like that. And so thin going up, thick coming down, and then thinning out as it goes back around. Remember holding your pen 45 degrees from the paper. Thin going up, thick coming down. Okay, and like the other ones, you can tilt these, you can make them wider or narrower. And so we tilt them like this. We can curve them like that. And as I said in the earlier video too, remember, go very slow. It's kind of meditative. Having a playlist helps. Get yourself sorted out so that you're comfortable, and then just spend a few minutes doing it. And then we have, with this one, we have the opposite as well, where you start going down. So thick going down, loop around, thin going up. That one's not very good, so if you do one that's not right, just scratch it out. Keep going. I need to move my paper. Okay, so thick going down, and then thin up and around. Again, you can slant it. So slanting is like kind of like italics, if we think about it that way. And you can curve it as well. And once again, we'll fill the page with these different variations of this P-like shape. And at any time, if you find that you need a little more warming up and the P's aren't working, you can go back and, throw in some of the shapes from before. Just to help yourself get a little more familiar with the shapes and the pen and become more fluid with your motions. These also have the inverse arrangements as well. So here I did thin going up and around, thick coming down, and here I did thick going down and then went around the bottom. You can also start out thin in the middle and loop around and come down thick like that. And the other opposite one would be to start out thick going down and then coming up and around. So you see with this with this shape you have lots of variety. You can even go thin going up and thick coming down that way. So try these and see how many different ways you can start and end, right? So wherever you start thick, you're going down, and when you start thin, you're going up. So what haven't I done? This one's not very likely, but you could do that. Then going up and around to the left, thick coming back down. All right, so remember to fill a page with these. On the other side. So on this side, I'm actually realizing you can get a little confusing which way you're going. So I've marked some arrows. So in this one, we're going down thick first and up around thin. On this side, we're going down thick and then up around thin to the other direction. The next one, we're starting at the thin part, going up and coming down with the thick stroke. And the same thing in the other direction, going up with the thin stroke and down with the thick stroke. Up with the thin stroke here and around to the thick. And this one starting going down and around to the thin. This is just a wider and more curved version of the same thing. So there's quite a lot of variety you can get with this basic shape, depending on where you start and which direction you go. Okay, as always, I'm going to put the date on your page so you can track your progress. And I'm on December 7th. And I'll see you in the next one.